G'day, Newcastle local sporting legends, Happy Bowler, and welcome to Happy Camp Live on YouTube for the Newcastle sports results of the weekend. The weekend of 22nd, 23rd. We had some big games on the weekend, some big results. We'll check them out. We'll go through the Newcastle Rugby League, the Hunter Rugby Union, the soccer. We'll have the AFL results. So we'll go through those results of the sports there over the weekend. And first up, we're going to start with the Denton Cup round 16 results. So that kicked off with Western Suburbs. Western Suburbs took on Central Newcastle, and a close game there. It was West getting up 28-26 in a close one, 28-26 to West. That was a good result there for the Magpies. You can see Newcastle, well, they were Central Newcastle, well, they're pretty much, where were they? Mid-table, I think. Yeah, coming ninth. So, good win there from West. 5 tries all, 3 from 5 in the conversion. So it was just the one penalty goal to Luke Walsh, the difference in that game. That's game 1. Game 2, we saw Cessnock at home took on Wyong. And it was Cessnock 24-16, 4 tries to 3. 4 from 4 conversions for Cessnock and 2 from 3 for Wyong. No penalty goals there in that game. Game 3 in Denton Cup, round 16 on Saturday, saw Maitland, high-flying Maitland Pumpkin Pickers. They're playing pretty good footy at the moment, Maitland. Last few years they've been right up there. They got up 44-4 over the Northern Hawks, so 8 tries to 1. Brock Lamb, mate, killing it in the Newcastle Rugby League, the Denton Cup. 6 from 8. He scored a try as well. He scored 2 tries for Brock Lamb. So that was that game. The other game down there, Macquarie at home went down to Lakes United 22-34. That was on Sunday at Lyle Peacock. 4 tries to Macquarie, 6 to Lakes, 3 from 4 in the conversions to Holland, and Kelly kicked 5 from 6. And no penalty goals were kicked there. It was only the one opportunity, and it was missed. So Macquarie at home going down to Lakes. And the last game of the round, as South had the bye, the entrance at home to Curry, the hapless Curry Bulldogs. Well, they went down again 38-14. So Curry are yet to get a win on the board. 7 tries to 3 and 5 from 7 for Mulligan. And for the conversions there, Ben McIntyre kicked 1 from 3. So the entrance 38-14. On the ladder after 16 rounds. We see on top Maitland on top, 30 points, followed by South Newcastle 26. Both of them have had 2 buys each. We got Wyong in third on 24 points. They've only had the 1 buy. Cessnock 23 in fourth. The entrance 22, so it's pretty tight there. And then you got back a couple of points back. What's that? 5 points behind there's West, who had both buys. You got West, so they're going to have to win the next few games. Macquarie, Lakes in 8, Central 9th, Northern Eagles 10, and Curry in 11th. So coming up this weekend in the Denton Cup, round 17. Round 17, we'll have when it comes back up again. Round 17, we'll have the Bulldogs at home. They'll be playing 4th place Cessnock, so it's going to be a Big crowd there, I reckon, for the Battle of the Hunter. Battle of the Coalfields there. Curry taking on Cessnock on 3 p.m. on Saturday at Curry Sports Ground. 3 p.m. Saturday, we have Macquarie at Lower Peacock taking on the Northern Hawks. So that's 7th versus 10th. And then game 3, Wyong, 3 p.m. as well on Saturday. We'll take on West. So Wyong currently are sitting in, where's Wyong? 3rd, and West are in 6th. So that's a must-win game there for West, really. South Newcastle, they're playing Maitland. That's 1st versus 2nd. That's going to be a massive game there, that one. Saturday, 3 p.m. at Townsend Oval. South Newcastle, Maitland, Pumpkin Pickers. That should be a cracker. And to finish it off in the first grade Denton Cup, the Denton Engineering Cup, Lakes United will play the entrance. So Lakes United, well, they're in 8th spot. They'll be a bit buoyed by the win over Macquarie away there last weekend. They're taking on the entrance, who are in 5th spot on 22 points. So big game for both those sides, really. Lakes really have to win, and the entrance, well, they'll be looking to stay up and cement their spot in the top 5. So that's in first grade in the Denton Engineering Cup in the Newcastle Rugby League. We'll go to reserve grade. Where have I lost my reserve grade? Reserve grade, round 16. We saw Western Suburbs at home. They had a 34-0 win over Central. Big win there, 6 tries to 0, 5 from 6 in the conversions. Game 2 saw Cessnock, 76-0 over Curry. Big score there, 76-0. 14 tries there to Cessnock to 0. What's the conversions? 10 from 14. Game 3, Maitland 38-6 over Northern Hawks. 7 tries to 1. So plenty of one side of the fares there in the reserve grade. 5 from 7 there in the conversions, and 1 from 1 for the Northern Hawks. In the last game, holy smokes, Macquarie Scorpions 6, Lakes United 80. So 80-6. 14 tries to 1. 12 out of 14 in the kicking. So good result there for Lakes. The ladder in the Newcastle Rugby League reserve grade. Maitland, well, they're killing it in both grades, aren't they? They're on top, 30 points. Second is Western Suburbs on 25. Narrowly behind is South Newcastle, 24. Cessnock, 22. 5th spot, Lakes United, 21. You got Northern Hawks, 14. Macquarie, 10. Central, 8. And Curry on 4 points with 0 wins. So Curry's sort of struggling at the moment in the coalfields. Struggling to find the wins. So that's a look at the Newcastle Rugby League. Then we go to the Tooheys Hunter Rugby Premier 1. Well, that was round 14. So we're going into round 14. With round 14, we saw Hamilton Hawks. They had a 63-0 win over Southern Beaches. 63-0 in the University of Newcastle. 34-29. It's a close game. 34-29. We had tries? 4 tries each. Conversions. Well, it looks like conversions and penalty goals are the difference there. Conversions 1, 2, 4 conversions to 3, and then the penalty goals was 2-1. So 2-1 there in 34-29 win there for. Well, we don't want to be going back and changing, do we? Round 14, good win there for University. So they seem to be going pretty well on the ladder. University, good win there for them. In the other game there, round 3 saw Maitland Maitland, they took on the Wanderers, and it was Maitland getting a 24-19 victory over the Wanderers. In the ladder, in Premier 1 ladder, we see Maitland on top. They've played 13, won 11, 53 points, 9 bonus points. Mirror Carlton second. They've played 13, won 9. They're on 46. 11, 10 bonus points. University of Newcastle 13, won 6. They're on, what are they on? 39 in third position. You got the Wanderers on 35 points. Hamilton 30, and then Southern Beaches on 5. So coming up next week, round 15 on Saturday at 3 p.m. We'll have the Wanderers playing Southern Beaches. We'll have the University of Newcastle at Berry Current Oval. They'll be playing Hamilton Hawks. And at Marcellin Park, Maitland will take on Merriweather Carlton. So that's the Premier 1. In the, we got the Premier Reserve Grade, Premier 2, we have round 14. Newcastle University, well, they went down at home at Burnie Current Oval 24-31 to Merriweather Carlton. Game 2 on Saturday saw at Passmore Oval saw Hamilton Hawks. Hamilton Hawks 15 went down to Southern Beaches 32, and Maitland at home went down to the Wanderers 36-12. The ladder, well, Merriweather Carlton played 13. They're on 53. Well, they won 12. They've won 12 there on first spot, 55 points. Second, the Wanderers on 47. Third, Maitland, 41. Southern Beaches, 27. University of Newcastle, 21. And Hamilton Hawks on 12. So coming up in round 15 on Saturday, Burnie Current Oval, see University of Newcastle take on the Hawks. The Wanderers at the number 2 sports ground will play Southern Beaches, and Maitland on 1:40 p.m. will play Merriweather Carlton. So that's Marcellin Park. That's basically the Premier 2. And we've got the women's. So the women's game on the weekend, we saw round 14. We had University of Newcastle 35, Merriweather Carlton 5 in game 1. Saturday at Passmore Oval, Hamilton Hawks, well, they had a 5-7 loss to the Wanderers. That's a low-scoring game, isn't it? 5-7. Game 3 at Marcellin Park saw Maitland 10, Nelson Bay Women's 24, so 24-10. And then the last game, the Waratahs. So the Waratahs at Waratah Oval, 31, Southern Beaches 0. So Southern Beaches, Medowie Women's Rugby Union 0. And the ladder for the women's rugby, the Wanderers, they're on top. They're on 52 points. They won 11 out of 12 games. Hamilton Hawks, well, they're the same. Gee whiz, they're both on 52, so that's equal. Bonus points, 8 each. Very tight there. Third spot, Nelson Bay, 37. Fourth, Newcastle Uni. Fifth, Maitland, they're on 25. The Waratahs on 24. Merriweather Carlton, 18. And the Southern Beaches Medowie side yet to get that win. So coming up in round 15, we'll have Wanderers. No, Merriweather Carlton will be away to Maitland at Marcellin Park on 4:30 p.m. on Saturday. And we've got University at Burnie Current Oval. They'll be taking on the Waratahs. So University, where is Uni? They're fourth, taking on the sixth place Waratahs. And you got the Wanderers playing the Southern Beaches. So Southern Beaches yet to get a win. They'll be looking trying to score something. See if they can get an upset over the high-flying Wanderers on 52 points and coming first. And you got Nelson Bay. This should be a good game. Nelson Bay in third spot, taking on Hamilton Hawks in second. So a couple of cracking games there. For the women, that runs out the women's sport there in the Union. And then we got the football. We had the Newcastle Premier League men's round 20 on the weekend. On Saturday, we had the Jaffers, Lambton Jaffers. They got 1-0 over Charlestown Azuri. 1-0 there for them. And game 2 on Saturday saw Newcastle Olympic 2-1 up over New Lambton. Cooksville United 1, Maitland FC 1, Broadmeadow Magic 3-0 over Adamstown Rosebuds, Edgeworth 3-0 over Valentine, and Western Workers had a big win 5-0 over Lake Macquarie City. In the ladder, well, Charlestown Azuri, that loss still hasn't dampened them. They're still on top. They're still on top on 41 points, just in front of Maitland FC on 40. Third place, Lambton Jaffers. They're on 40. Broadmeadow Magic, 39. So it's very close up the top there. Plenty of teams still in it. Western Workers, they're on 5th in 36. So you can see he's at Maitland. They're on a bit of a running spot there. You got the Lambton Jaffers as well. They've won 5 in a row. Broadmeadow Magic 3 in a row. And you got the Western Workers. Edgeworth, they're on 34. Newcastle Olympic 30. Cooks Hill 26 points in 8th. Valentine 9th. Adamstown Rosebuds 10. New Lambton 11th. And Lake Macquarie City, well, they're in 12th spot and they're struggling. So that's the National Premier League first grade side coming up this weekend. Okay, so coming up in round 20, we have a bye. Looks like we've got no games on this weekend. So it'll be Saturday, August 5th. So no games coming up for the Northern Premier League men's this weekend. And they must have a bye for the World Cup. So coming up in we got the Northern Premier League women's competition. They played round 14, was it? Let me have a look. No, women still round 18. The women are round 18. And we had Broadmeadow Magic. They had a 3-2 win over Newcastle Olympic. Adamstown Rosebuds at home. Well, they went down 5-0 to New Lambton. So good win there for New Lambton. Warners Bay at home went down. Holy smokes. 12-0. Wow. 12-0. Have a got the... Oh, that's the starting lineup. Anyway, 12-0 there for... I thought that might have gave us some stats there. What have you done to me? What have you done to me, New South Wales? We've lost it. Women's League Cup, Women's Northern New South Wales. Okay. What's going on? All right, men's Women's League Cup. 106 Junior Men's State Cup NPL. Here it is. Right, we're back in action. We're back in action. So what are we looking at here? Competition ladders. We want the draw, don't we? We want the draw. So we'll up the draw. Here it is. We'll work it out, friends. So round 18. That 12-0 killed us, didn't it? That 12-0. That killed us. It killed Warners Bay. And then we had Charlestown Azuri. 9-0 over Mid-Coast. So 9-0 over Mid-Coast in the women's. Is that the ladder? Women's Northern New South Wales. There we go. The ladder. Broadmeadow Magic on top. They're killing it. They're on top on 44 points. They've won the last 5 games in a row. Second spot, Maitland FC, 40. Newcastle Olympic, 39. Charlestown Zuri, 34. Then you got New Lambton, Adamstown, Mid Coast, and Warners Bay. What's Warners Bay's goal? Well, goals 4 goals against, 192. Wow. Oh, well, keep going, girls. At least she's having a crack. That's the main thing. At least she's having a crack. So I think going back, let's get rid of that one. So round 19, Saturday, no, they're playing this weekend. The girls are playing this weekend. So Saturday, round 19, we'll just double check it is the women's. Yep, Women's Northern New South Wales, round 19. Round 19, Adamstown Rosebuds, Saturday at 7 o'clock. Charlestown Missouri. That's Adamstown taking on them. So they'll be looking to break their 2-game losing streak. Adamstown and Charlestown. Well, Charlestown and Zuri, they've won their last 2 games. New Lambton taking on Newcastle Olympic. That's at Alder Park at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Mid Coast playing Warners Bay. So that's the bottom 2 teams there. So one of them teams are going to get a win. What's Warners Bay on again? They're on, where's their point? They're on 0 points yet to get a win. And Mid Coast, they're on 9 points. So they've won 3 games. Come on, Warners Bay. You can do it. You can do it. Warners Bay, that's on Sunday at 4 o'clock. Also, Sunday, 4 o'clock, Maitland will play Broadmeadow Magic at Cooks Square Park. So that's the women. Then we go to, what we got here? Here we go. We got the 106.9. The 106.9 Northern League 1. Sealton Strikers, they had a bye. That's at round 22 for the Newcastle Premier League men's comp. Sealton Strikers had a bye. Toronto Wobber at home, 4-3. So a good win there for Toronto Wobber. They're flying in the competition at the moment. 4-3 over Thornton Redbacks. Plenty of goals scored there at Lyle Peacock. And you got West Wallsend at home. They took on Cessnock City Hornets, and big win there for West Wallsend, 7-0. South Cardiff, 2-1 up over Belmont Swansea. Yolinga Oval, and then Cohiba, they took on Wallsend and had a 2-1 win. 2-1 win there in that game. In the Toronto Wobber, the ladder, you can see Toronto Wobber, they're flying. They're 47 points, 10 clear of second place West Wallsend on 37. And you got Sealton Strikers on 34, Cohiba 33, 5th place Belmont, Swansea, they're on 24, South Cardiff 21, and you got 7th Wallsend, Thornton, and Cessnock. Coming up next week in round 23, Saturday, July 29, West Wallsend will have a week off. You got Wallsend FC will play the Strikers. That's at the Gardens at 2:30 on Sunday. Sunday, 2:30, Toronto Awaba will play Belmont Swansea. You got Cohiba will play South Cardiff, and Cessnock City Hornets will play Thornton Redbacks at Turner Park. So that's the Hit 106.9 Northern League. Then we got the what else we got in the soccer Women's League Cup? What's the Women's League Cup? That's the soccer. Where's the one with? Anyway, that's the football done, and then we go to the AFL. We got the AFL Hunter and Central Coast Black Diamond Cup. So the Black Diamond Cup round 14. On Saturday we saw the Blues 10. Maitland Saints 106. Wow, rose the boat. Big win there for Maitland. big away win, that's for sure. So that's huge, friends. That's huge. Oh, oh wow, it's a forfeit. So Singleton Roosters had the forfeit. So Terrigal automatically get a 120-point win. Men's Cup, Newcastle City, 103 over Warners Bay Seniors, 29. That's a big win there for Newcastle City. And you got Cardiff, it's 93. Killarney Vale, the Bombers, 40. And the Marlins had a bye. The ladder, Cardiff on top. So did Cardiff just get beat there? Did I read that right? Cardiff got beat. No, Cardiff had a big win, didn't they? Yep, there it is. Cardiff's big win. Cardiff on top. 44 points, equal with Newcastle City, 44. Terrigal, 36. Where's Singleton? So Singleton have played a couple of games. How many games they played? Played 16 points, 8. I don't know what's going there. 1, 2. So maybe they started the year and have had to pull out for the rest of the year after that horrible accident. Maybe something that might have had something to do with it. So that's maybe. Anyway, let's move on. Newcastle City second. Terrigal Avoca. They're on third on 36 points. Killarney Vale Bombers 36 as well. Fifth spot Maitland, the Saints. Warners Bay 26. The Blues 14. Singleton Roosters 8, and the Marlins on 4 with the 1 win coming up this weekend. Round 15, we'll have on Saturday, 29th of July. Warners Bay will take on Maitland. That's at Finnan Oval. Then you got the Blues. They'll play the Roosters at Bad Bay Oval. Well, it's automatically a win there. So Singleton Roosters forfeit. Killarney Vale take on the Marlins at Adelaide Street Oval. You got Terrigal Avoca will play Cardiff. And Men's Cup, the Newcastle City. Apparently they're like 140 years old. They're getting the week off. What else we got here? I think this is the AFL Central Coast, the women's, the Black Diamond Cup women's. So the Black Diamond Cup women's, they're on round 14 also. The Roosters, 21, went down to Terrigal Avoca, 66. Newcastle City had a 73-0 win over Warners Bay. Wow. It's at Number 1 Sports Ground, so unlucky Warners Bay couldn't get on the board. Cardiff, 25. Killarney Vale, 31. So that's a low-scoring game. Lake Macquarie Dockers. Well, the Dockers, they had a weekend off. And in the ladder, Killarney Vale on top. They're on 44 points. Newcastle City 40 in second. Terrigal third, 32. Cardiff Cup Women's 28. And you got the Roosters Senior Women. They're on 8. Lake Macquarie Dockers 4, and Warners Bay on 4. And that's pretty much all the results. This weekend on Sunday, got the Merriweather Board Riders Surf Comp. They got, Comp 4. So that's this Sunday morning at Merriweather. So if you're in the area, get down, go watch some local surfers, or even enter in it. So that's pretty much it, everyone, of the results I've got for everyone to tune into. Hope you find that interesting and useful, and I'll be back next week. So, hooroo. Good job. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit that. Where is it? There. YouTube. Subscribe.